I'm here with Mallory Johnson for the first time, Alexis Country Party.
Yeah, crazy.
She's nominated for a ccma award for Surprise Party and a couple of others here. But before we get into the act, we've got to start off with a cheers.
Cheers.
Get this party started.
It's the first one of the day.
Not for me. Surprise Party, nominated for ccma Alternative Country Album of the Year and Innovative Campaign of the Year Award. So for those that don't know, tell us about that campaign award, what that's all about.
It's a team effort. Cannot take full credit for that. But it was so fun to do the album rollout. We had a lot of fun in that rollout, especially with like the singles leading up to the album. I think we sent out Save the Dates for radio for my song Married, which was fun. And then we had a local brewing company on board.
Oh, right, I remember that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, but yeah.
Yeah, we had a brewing company promoting the album, Dildo Brewing Company, and they had like me as a mermaid on the can and a cool QR code that you could like download the music. And so it was just so fun to kind of just play with it and make the most of the marketing campaign for that.
With Married, for that music video, you did the full shebang like it was a wedding. What was that like? Because you're not married.
I'm not, and I did throw myself a wedding. So, did the dress, had the bridal party, had the husband, even though he actually married somebody for real, like 2 months later. It was a good rehearsal for him. Even had the cake. I had a wedding decorator. It's not something to take lightly, and I definitely respect brides now a little bit more for that process of planning. So I think when my day comes, I don't know if I'll go all out like I did for that music video. It might just be like, let's just elope and go on vacation.
Already had the big thing. You got an exclusive with People magazine.
Yeah.
What was that? Like, how did that come about?
Wild. I mean, that's my publicist. So yeah, Jess is amazing. It was pretty wild to be featured in a magazine that I like grew up reading. Yeah. So yeah, it was awesome.
Big one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
4-time East Coast Music Award winner. You keep posting these things. You're going out back home, performing there all the time, doing street performances and then performing the award shows. And then I see again that there's something else. You're nominated for that. And so it must be really cool to have that hometown support.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Newfoundland in general is supportive of every single artist that comes out of there, no matter what you're doing. So it's always really, really cool to kind of celebrate with them, and especially at home. The East Coast Music Awards, too, have been a blast. It's just one big happy family, much like the CCMAs. The CCMAs, I find, every year you attend, you know more people, the family gets bigger.
It's really cool to see you, constantly back and forth between home and Nashville. Nashville's your home now, too, is it not?
Yeah. Nashville is technically home base, even though I'm in Newfoundland pretty often. I don't give anyone a chance to miss me.
And you really, live it up there back home. It's just what you can imagine, those home living room jam sessions.
Yes.
Like,
oh my gosh, more often it's the kitchen. It's the kitchen party. Yeah, it's where the food and the booze is. I have a very musical family, so every time we kind of get together at home, it's what instrument you want to play, go pick it up. So there's like accordions and mandolins and bouzouki guitars, and we're all just singing old country music or old Celtic Newfoundland music, and it's definitely a fun after party.
I bet. Back to Surprise Party. Reached number 2, the iTunes Country Charts on its release. Surpassed 100,000 streams in just 3 weeks. Has everyone thrown a surprise party for you?
I've had a couple.
Oh.
I had one for my 18th birthday, and it was the most memorable birthday I've ever had. It was so special, and I just remember walking through the door, and confetti was popped in my face. And then for this album release, I did the album release home in Newfoundland. I did a little tour, but I have a lot of family and friends in Nashville now, and a lot of people who were a part of the record that didn't get to celebrate the album release because they were in a different country. So when I went back to Nashville after the tour, of course, my girlfriends, Julie and Carly Kennedy, and Tennille Arts, and Callie McCullough, and Shantea planned a surprise party for the album release while my mom and my aunt were in town. And so I thought I was attending a little dinner party, and I even showed up with a gift for the girls, and then I opened the door, and it's like 30 people in the room, and there's like personalized cookies and cakes, and they had like a candy bar with the titles of the songs, and a photo booth set up, and they had like this surprise video segment where a bunch of people from home sent in good wishes and congratulations. Wow. It was like, it made me feel so special, and like honestly the type of feeling from that moment was what I hoped the concept of that song and that project was kind of going to give to people when they listen to it, and it made me feel really special.
Well, I saw that and I was a little bit confused because I thought, is this, because it looked so well put together that I'm like, is this part of some sort of promotion for it? But you look surprised. But I'm like, is Mallory that great of an actress?
No, that was definitely a surprise. And I mean, anything that those girls have their hands on, it's like it's either 100 or nothing. Like they go all out, and it's just so beautiful to have a tight knit group like that.
Yeah, for sure. On the album, you've got some other collabs. Carolyn Dawn Johnson, Going Broke. How did that one start?
Oh my gosh, I was so nervous to write with Carolyn for the first time. I've been the biggest fan of Carolyn forever. It actually was like kind of a full circle moment because years and years ago with my family Celtic band, we opened up for Carolyn. And
cool.
I made the bold move and I messaged her to see if we could write together. And then I was like, oh, I got to come in with a good idea. I don't want to, come in and just, I don't want to disappoint her. So I came in with this idea about like how I always go broke buying things on sale. I'm a winner's shopper. I like going for the deals, but then I blow all my money because I'm like, oh, it's 50% off. But then I overdo it. We both kind of needed a laugh, and she very graciously like donated her time to come sing the background vocals on the song, and it was just so cool to have this somebody I look up to so much just be a part of this project, just to have her be excited about it too. And now we like text each other. So it's like,
I know.
It's so wild.
Yeah, she's very supportive.
Yeah.
I interviewed her yesterday, and she was very clear about that.
Lovely.
Yeah. Another one here is Wise Woman that I want to talk about, because that one sends a very strong message, especially in the music video. And if I can see correctly, that's your mom in there too, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's a lot of people in there.
yeah.
Lots of life, lots of every different type of person.
It was challenging. It was in the middle of a pandemic, and luckily the shots that we filmed in Newfoundland, because we shot women in Newfoundland and BC and in Nashville. The day after we had done the filming in Newfoundland, the province shut down and no one could do anything. So we really, really lucked out with that. But it was such a special experience. Like I said, just having all these different women of different walks of life. And, my mom was in there, and the girl's mom was in there, and some of our mentors, best friends, our siblings, just people that we really admire.
And showing them doing different jobs too.
Yeah.
It's about being strong and powerful and being able to do everything. Girl power.
Exactly. And we wanted to have like things that weren't necessarily stereotypical of a woman in a certain role. It was really cool to have a lot of, like you said, girl power and a lot of authoritative positions. And it was just really, really cool to celebrate women in all different lights.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you.
Good luck with your ccma nominations. I'm really excited for you. Cheers.
Cheers.